Today's recap for Beyond the Gates GTZ is for Wednesday, April the 2nd, 2025. Well, guess what Bill did? Bill pushed Danny away. He goes, hold on, Danny. What are you doing? She goes, what do you mean? What are you doing? What am I doing? She goes, what were we doing? He goes, no, you were out of line. And he stands up and she goes, I was hardly out of line. You can't deny what was happening here. See, you were feeling it too. He goes, need I remind you? And he showed up his ring. I'm married. I'm happily married. She goes, well, we share history and we sure felt happily connected. And he's like, no, no. See, I don't know what you thought I was over here for. She goes, well, let's see. You come over here. You asked to see me. You come over here. You want to make cocktails. You're reminiscing pictures with me. We were telling stories. We just got caught up. He goes, you got caught up, Danny. She goes, then what were you here for? He says, I told you I was here for the deed and whatever the house. She goes, no, that's not it. She goes, I know you, Bill Hamilton. You're here for something else. And he looked at her. He goes, okay. It's for Haley. And Danny looks at him, says, what about your child bride? He goes, the cronies at the club are giving her a hard time. And they say they're loyal to you. And I need you to ask them to stop. Danny looks at him. She says, for one thing, they're going to act the way they're going to act. I never told them to act that way. They're not feeling Haley. They don't feel she belongs. That's on them. She says, plus, you have the phone number to the head of the CEO of the club, the head of the club. Call him. And she said his name. She goes, but me, I don't have nothing to do with that. And so she says, and they feel, Bill, you look pathetic with her. She's saying whatever. And he goes, no, no, they're feeding off of you. So she goes, Bill Hamilton, bottom line, that's you. And I'm not going to have nothing to do with that. So he goes, I would have thought you would have grown and some craziness he's saying. And so she goes, opens up the book and she goes, here. And he goes, what is this? She goes, oh, your excuse for coming over here. The deed to the house in wherever the house was. So he takes it and he picks up his coat and he leaves. So I guess he felt he was going to be able to just sweet talk her, or I don't know how he was going to bring Haley up, but that was crazy. Now, meantime, Haley's at the office trying to pressure Caroline, the, I guess, head assistant or head paralegal, as to where is Bill. And so she just said, she ended up telling her he went to go see Danny. And she goes, why would he go there? She goes, did Danny call him to say she needed a leak fixed or something? And she goes, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe they had some unfinished business to take care of regarding the divorce. And so she goes, well, he normally has the lawyers work, handle that. And so I fast forwarded the rest of Haley's conversation because I could care less, right? So when Bill gets to the office, back to the office, Haley is waiting. And of course, I want to know what happened there. Oh, you went over there after I told you not to get involved. Oh, that's not what I wanted you to do. You make me look, oh, no, you whiner. You came in complaining about the whole way they treated you. And he goes, I was just asking her if she could talk to them. She goes, well, I could have told you how that was gonna go. you know. So anyway, you my everything. I worship you. Smooch, smooch, whatever. So he never told her that he and Danny kissed or Danny kissed him, which was interesting because she goes, tell me what happened. See, you told me why, but you didn't tell me what happened when you got there. Oh, he said Danny was thinking that, still holding out hope that they could get back together again. And she started crying, and the waterworks and everything, which Danny didn't shed one tear. And that was Bill's opportunity to say, do you know she had the nerve to kiss me? He should have told his wife right then because Bill knows Danny. And the very next time Danny sees Haley, oh, she's gonna tell Haley about that kiss. She gonna tell Haley about that kiss big time. And then she's gonna say, oh, you your husband didn't tell you that? I thought you said you share everything. Yeah, we were kissing and we felt some old flames. Oh, Danny's gonna really rub that in Haley's face. Bill should have told Haley, especially if it's an unwarranted kiss, right? Whatever. So now Jacob sees his detective partner taking a wad load of envelope from Joey. He goes and he tells his father what he saw. And his father said, who else have you told? He says, nobody. I'm telling you first. He goes, well, good. Don't tell anybody else. And his son is like, why? He goes, Joey Armstrong is a CI for whatever that detective's name is. And he goes, what? So you mean Joey Armstrong is working with us? He goes, yeah, we're trying to bust a much larger individual. So Joey's a CI. And he goes, oh, he goes, so I need you not to speak about this. And he's like, oh, okay, no, say no more, right? So then the detective comes into the precinct, and Joey's father, Jacob's father, goes over. I'm just calling him Joey. Jacob's father comes over. Jacob goes over to his father. No, he's watching his father talking to the dirty detective. And he's saying, how many times did I have to tell you to be discreet? And I don't get that, everybody. Because, see, if he's a CI, although if he's a CI, they still weren't discreet enough, right? Because everybody's seeing this, passing the money. But the thing is, Joey was passing money to, because he told his son that they had supplied marked money to Joey. And I guess, whatever the story was, but to me, I didn't buy it. And he told him, he goes, my son saw your exchange with Armstrong. He goes, oh, mm, okay, I got to be more careful. And you a senior detective, and you thinking, oh, okay, now I got to be more. Are you crazy, or are you that corrupt? But now, see, this is letting me know that that detective has obviously has something on Jacob's father, because Jacob's father is looking the other way. It is not what he told his son. Something else is happening, right? They're going to let that play out. We're going to see what's going on with that. Now we have Naomi having dinner with her grandparents, okay? And, or she had already had dinner. No, she was having dinner with her grandparents. And she was telling them about the lawsuit and that she's going to crush her father. And she's going on and on. And they're looking in for her and they says, well, listen, Naomi, I want you to tread lightly where your father's concerned. She looked at him. She goes, tread lightly. His firm has committed a crime. No, I know, but we don't need, this family has gone through a lot and we don't need a lot more next. She goes, no, no, I can't, this has nothing to do with our family. The Dupree, she goes, this is a legal matter, granddad. So she goes, grandma, what do you feel? How do you feel? She goes, no, we support, I want you to know, I support whatever decision you make, Naomi. Okay. But I do agree with your grandfather about, you know, you don't have to go like for the juggler with your father because it'll get messy. She goes, I can handle him. And Vernon said, when your father loses or feel threatened, he's very unpredictable and he lashes out. And Naomi's looking like, and see, because they're not saying we got to protect your cousin, Martin. So you need to throw your clients under the bus to protect our family, which Naomi would not do. So Anita and Vernon go home, and I'm thinking, see, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And so they're like, do you think she heard anything we had to say? Because we can't let this just blow up. And I'm thinking, oh my God, you guys gonna try to meddle in that. See, how's Bill Hamilton gonna come to you and say, you need to shut my daughter down? That's your seed, Bill. I can see you coming to us when it comes to Danny, but you need to handle your own business with your own daughter. That's really how that should be. Oh, that's your daughter. So anyway, we have the dinner, the farce of a dinner that I'm not going to talk too much about between Derek, Ashley, and Andre. Andre and Derek found a few minor things that they have in common. But then, of course, Andre tells Derek he should be involved with get involved with the hospital documentary, which has nothing to do with it, is highlighting first year nurses. Derek needs to just say no, right? Um, after after dinner, they're talking, and Andre's Andre's phone rings, and he gets up, excuse me, and he turns his back. Yeah, babe. And I said, oh, you say babe. Yeah, babe, what can I do for you? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I'll take care of you. I'll take care. So he goes, listen, y'all, I have to leave. This was great. Something important came up, but I have to go. So they both stand up. And what was so interesting to me is how Ashley decides when she stands up, she has to step closer to Andre, which was not needed. And she's looking at him, well, thanks for coming. And I'm thinking, chick, you should be standing by your boyfriend saying thanks for coming. And he looked at her, oh, okay, you're welcome. Thank you guys. This was fun. So he heads on out. We know who called him. It was Danny. And Ashley's talking about Andre needs to fight. No, they both looked at each other. She goes, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And Derek says, yeah, he's going for a booty call. And she goes, Andre needs to find a nice woman and then we could double date. I'm thinking, no, no, no. Don't start thinking who he's seeing. Well, see, no, I see where that's going and it shouldn't go there, period. So he arrives at Danny's, and of course, She tells him Bill was over and blah blah, venting a little bit, but then she goes, she needs a distraction. He's just that distraction, but our relationship has a limited shelf life, just so you know. And I'm thinking, every time that woman sees that man or calls that man over to her place, she tells him pretty much it's the last time, which is a lie. It's gonna last as long as it lasts. As long as he's in town and you calling every night, it's gonna last that long, Danny. So anyway, that's pretty much all that happened today. Yep, that's all I have for today. I will be back tomorrow with another daily recap of Beyond the Gates.